Hello and welcome to today's episode of Kitchen Confidence, presented by Honey Set. We will discuss tips, tools, and tricks to keep your kitchen activities fun and orderly as you prepare food for yourself and others. I'm so glad you're here. Whether you are just starting out in the kitchen, or you've been cooking for years, this episode will give you confidence, peace of mind, and practical tips you can use right away. Please like, share and subscribe and stay in tune with Honey Set. Today, we're going to focus on 4 important things. 1. Food handling and safety tips. 2. Cooking tips that make meals easier and more delicious. 3. Must-have kitchen tools, where to buy them, and about how much they cost. 4. Cleaning tips to keep your kitchen safe and fresh. And since many listeners are parents, grandparents, or caregivers, I'll also include tips for people who are cooking for very young children, toddlers, and elderly ones. So let's get started. When it comes to cooking, safety always comes first. The truth is, even the most beautiful meal can cause problems if it isn't handled correctly. Here are the most important food safety rules. Wash your hands. Always wash your hands with warm water and soap for at least 20 seconds before and after handling food. This is especially important when working with raw meat, seafood, or eggs. Separate raw and cooked foods. Keep raw meat and poultry away from vegetables, fruits, and cooked items. The easiest way to do this is to have 2 cutting boards, one for raw meat and one for produce. Plastic cutting boards for meat cost about $10 to $15 at Target or Walmart. A wooden board for veggies might cost around $20 to $30. And you can find those at IKEA or Amazon. Cook to safe temperatures. Bacteria is invisible, so the only way to know your food is safe is by temperature. A digital thermometer costs about $15 on Amazon and is a great investment. Chicken should be cooked to 165 degrees Fahrenheit, ground beef to 160, and fish to 145. The danger zone. Food should not sit between 40 and 140 degrees Fahrenheit for more than 2 hours. That's when bacteria multiply the fastest. Proper storage. Put leftovers in shallow containers so they cool quickly in the refrigerator. Don't leave food sitting out overnight. Tip for feeding young children and elderly adults. Babies, toddlers, preschoolers, and seniors are more sensitive to foodborne illness because their immune systems may not fight bacteria as strongly. Always double-check the internal temperature of meats before serving to make sure they're fully cooked. For children under 1 year old, avoid honey completely. It can contain bacteria that infants can't process yet. For elderly adults, avoid raw or undercooked eggs, unpasteurized dairy, or deli meats unless they're heated first, as these can carry bacteria that are risky for weaker immune systems. And for both young kids and older adults, make sure foods are easy to chew and swallow. Cut grapes, cherry tomatoes, or other round foods into small pieces, and cook vegetables until they're soft to reduce choking risk. Now that we're handling food safely, let's talk about cooking itself. Here are some easy tips that make your meals better and your time in the kitchen smoother. Prep before you cook. Chefs call this mise en place, which means everything in its place. Chop your veggies, measure your spices, and lay out your tools before you turn on the stove. This makes cooking less stressful. Season in layers. Don't wait until the end of cooking to add salt or spices. Add a little as you go so the flavor builds naturally. Don't overcrowd the pan, give your food space. When a pan is too full, food steams instead of browning. If you want a nice golden crust, cook in batches. Let meat rest. After cooking chicken or steak, let it sit for about 5 minutes before cutting into it. This keeps the juices inside and makes the meat tender. Use a splash of acid, lemon juice, lime juice, or vinegar at the end of cooking brightens the flavor. Learn basic knife skills. If you only learn one, practice chopping an onion safely. It will save you time for the rest of your cooking life. Get a cast iron skillet. A good cast iron skillet, which costs around $25 to $40, is one of the most versatile tools. You can sear meat, roast vegetables, or even bake cornbread in it. Lodge brand is dependable and available at Walmart or Amazon. Tip for feeding young children: when cooking for toddlers, avoid too much salt and sugar. Their kidneys can't handle a lot of sodium yet, and too much sugar can affect energy levels and teeth. Instead, season food with mild herbs like parsley or basil, and let natural flavors shine. Soft textures are best. Think roasted sweet potatoes, scrambled eggs, or oatmeal. Always cut food into small, manageable bites. Let's talk for a moment about cooking for elderly loved ones. When we're preparing food for seniors, the goal is to make meals that are easy to chew, gentle on the stomach, and rich in nutrients. Instead of tough meats or crunchy vegetables, think soft and tender. Slow-cooked chicken, mashed potatoes, steamed veggies, oatmeal, soups, and stews are all great options. And rather than loading food with salt, try flavoring with herbs like thyme, rosemary, or garlic powder, or use low-sodium broth to keep things tasty without raising blood pressure. You don't need a kitchen full of gadgets. What you really need are a few reliable tools that you'll use every day. Here's my list of must-haves. 1. Chef's knife. An 8-inch chef's knife is the single most important tool. Expect to spend $40 to $80. Victorinox and Mercer are great brands you can find on Amazon. 2. Cutting boards, 2 or more. 1 for meat, 1 for produce. Around $10 to $30 each. 3. Digital thermometer, about $15. Keeps food safe. 4. Cast iron skillet, $25 to $40. Lasts a lifetime. 5. Nonstick pan, $20 to $40. Perfect for eggs and pancakes. 6. Dutch oven or heavy pot, $50 to $100. Great for soups, stews, and pasta. 7. Measuring cups and spoons, around $10 to $15. Essential for baking. 8. Wooden spoon and spatula, $5 to $10 each. Gentle on your pans. 9. Blender or immersion blender, $30 to $70. Great for smoothies, sauces, and soups. 10. Sheet pans, $15 to $25 for a set of 2. For roasting veggies, making pizzas, or baking cookies. Tip for families with small children: consider adding a mini food processor, about $30 to $50. It's perfect for making homemade baby food, pureeing vegetables, or blending fruit into smooth snacks. Also, silicone baby spoons and small divided plates help children learn to eat safely. Another important thing to remember for elderly care is hydration. A lot of seniors don't feel thirsty even when their bodies need water. So instead of just handing them a big glass, offer things like water-rich fruits, broth, or herbal teas throughout the day. If holding utensils is a struggle, there are lightweight bowls and special spoons with easy grip handles that make eating more comfortable. And most of all, ask about their favorite foods from earlier in life. A familiar dish, like warm applesauce with cinnamon or a simple buttered piece of toast, can spark appetite and even bring back sweet memories. At the end of the day, cooking for the elderly isn't just about nutrition, it's about comfort and care served on a plate. A clean kitchen isn't just about looks, it's about health. Here are simple habits: clean as you go. While water boils or food simmers, wash a cutting board or wipe down the counter. Sanitize daily. Use a spray bottle with diluted bleach, 1 tablespoon per gallon of water, or use vinegar. Wipe down counters after preparing raw meat. Dish routine: don't let dishes pile up. Wash or load the dishwasher right after eating. Sponges and towels: replace sponges every 1 to 2 weeks. Wash towels in hot water to kill bacteria. A pack of sponges costs about $5 to $10 at Target or Walmart. Deep clean weekly. Wipe inside the fridge, degrease stovetops, and pour baking soda with vinegar down sink drains to freshen them. Organize pantry and fridge. Clear bins, around $15 to $20 per set on Amazon. Make it easier to see what you have and avoid wasting food. Tip for families with young children: keep cleaning products safely locked away. Kids are naturally curious, and sprays or bleach should always be out of reach. Also, sanitize high chair trays daily. They are one of the most touched surfaces in the home. Elder-friendly cleaning tip: when cooking for seniors, especially those with dementia, keep the kitchen simple and clutter-free. Clean as you go so there are fewer items left out that could confuse or distract them. Use easy-to-see labels on things like sugar, salt, and cleaners, and avoid harsh-smelling chemicals that might cause agitation. A quick wipe with mild soap and water after each meal is often enough to keep surfaces safe without overwhelming them. And that brings us to the end of today's episode. We talked about food safety, cooking techniques, must-have tools, and kitchen cleaning routines. We also added in some extra tips for families who are preparing food for young children. Remember, start with the basics. A good knife, a cutting board, and a skillet can take you far. Keep food at safe temperatures, wash your hands, and don't forget to keep things clean as you go. Cooking doesn't have to be stressful, it can be joyful, nourishing, and even fun. And with the right tools and habits, you'll be confident in your kitchen every single day. Thank you so much for joining me on Kitchen Confidence. If you enjoyed today's episode, share it with a friend or family member who wants to make their kitchen a happier and safer place. Until next time, happy cooking, stay safe, and may every meal bring warmth and joy to your table. Thank you for watching Honey Said, where every day gets a little sweeter. Like, share, and follow for more positivity, good news, and good energy. See you in the next one.